Ideas Inspired Information Podcast powered by Lok Enterprise. Here's your host, Braxton Holley.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Ideas Inspired Information. But wait, it's Friday. Your Friday Fitness Fix. We're back. What's up, DJ? How you doing, man?
What's up? Friday Fitness Fix with yours truly. How y'all doing out there?
The trainer.
We can't hear you, so don't say anything back.
The trainer. Leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comments, please.
What we got on, we talked about gym intimidation last week, and how to cope with that and what to not do, how that affects you, and when you not. What we got for us this week?
Well, this week we're talking about people who have struggles in their work-life balance. So let's say you are a truck driver or a nurse, one of those occupations that kind of take up a lot of your time. Sometimes you may not feel like you get a full 24 hours or your full 24 hours isn't enough time, but I promise you it's enough. And this episode, we're going to tell you how we know for a fact that it's enough. So let's do it.
Let's do it. So work-life balance, DJ, what does that mean to you, man? Like, how does that work for you?
Well, for me, I think a lot of people, a lot of professionals kind of use their work as their life, so to speak. So you have doctors who live as doctors, like that's all they do. You know what I mean? They have no kind of like social life, so to speak, or if they do, it's very limited. Mm-hmm. So for me, having a great work life means I have a great social life, home life, and it's a good balance, meaning I'm not stressed out and one isn't hindering the other, so to speak.
Yeah. I understand that. Really work-life balance in this day and age is different. It's not.
Oh, it's different.
You're not you know, back in the day you be at work, you get off and you're not worried about work no more. It's all about you, your family, enjoying your time at home.
Exactly.
Now you working at home. It's work life and figure out how to balance.
Yeah, man. And it's so I wasn't necessarily working from home. I just kind of got my hours cut a little bit when it comes to my day job. But my son or my stepson Maurice, he was working from home technically, or school at home. And there's times, man, I remember he just couldn't understand, like, why can't I get up and go play with the dog right now? Or why can't I get up and go to have a snack? I'm at home. What do you mean? Like,
yeah.
Just had to get into that mindset of, like, you're in school, but you're at home, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's very different. Very different.
I bet it is, especially for a lot of the kids. Even like my niece, she's a senior in high school, and she went to school that first semester. And then this second semester, her senior year, she's not going. Everything's online.
That's exactly what happened to my sister.
That's
She's oh man, I couldn't imagine.
At least senior year.
Like, okay, you remember your senior year, bro?
I didn't have to go the first 3.5.
Right. You had prom, you had your senior night, you had football, of course. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think my sister got any of that. Like, the only thing she got really was her graduation, which was like outside in the park. They actually did it very nice. And I'm kind of scarred because that's where I broke my iPhone at too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that was my fault.
That'll be okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
You read up now.
Got a new one now.
You're good now.
Got a new one now, cool.
iPhone 12 videos coming soon.
Shut up. Yeah, so work-life balance. First, I guess we should kind of jump into like what we're experiencing in the past when it comes to how we kind of struggle with work-life balance, because I kind of got it down now, but in the past, like when I was in school, I did not at all. Like, I was not multitasking. I was not using my time wisely. So let me tell y'all about kind of what I went through and how I figured out how to make this stuff happen for myself. So in college, I was going to UAB, University of Alabama at Birmingham, if you don't know. I was working a full-time job, which was a overnight job, a 6:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. nursing tech job. So if you don't know what a nursing tech is, essentially the people that take the patients to the bed, wipe them up if they're incontinent. Incontinent means they don't know if they're pooping or peeing. They just kind of go. Pooping and peeing is probably not the best terms, but hey, we're all adults here. So yeah, basically all the stuff that the nurses didn't want to do, I was handling. All the stinky and moist stuff. So if you know me now, you know that I have no shame, so to speak. So I'm pretty sure that job is a huge reason why. But the biggest part about that was first getting there at 6:30 because I had been in class all day. Second, leaving because obviously I had been up all day working with patients, or up all night working with patients. And then 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. I'm leaving the clinic, I'm leaving the hospital, going straight back to class.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I had a 48-hour span of no sleep at all between work and school, and then maybe 2 days off work because I had 3 days on, and then I had the rest of the week off because they were 12 hours, which was good. So in the beginning, I didn't think it really kind of hit home for me until like I really had to take care of myself until I'm leaving work one day and I'm literally like on the side of the road driving. Like I fell asleep and I woke up on the side of the road. Car still moving, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit. Like school is important, making money is important, but
life, you can't do anything without that life.
Can't do it without this. Can't do it without this God-given life that I have. So I kind of had to reflect and be like, okay, what am I doing that I could do better, and what do I just need to stop doing? So let me tell you what my dumb self was doing, y'all. Instead of trying to get a nap in or like rest, I used every free moment I had to either go to the gym or like BS on TV or the video games. When I knew I needed to go to sleep, I knew I needed to do whatever for school, but I just did what DJ wanted to do because honestly, I think there's some sort of I feel like I'm just talking, but I think there's a psychological like some concept where if you don't get a lot of sleep or if you don't get a lot of time to yourself, you'll kind of torture yourself, so to speak, so that you do get that. It's kind of like a kind of like being a rebel, you know, rebellious, so to speak, in your brain. Does that make sense?
Kinda-ish.
It's kind of like you're fighting to get your time back by staying up late as hell. You know what I mean?
I got what you're saying. I don't know if there's a word for it specifically, and if there is, I don't know it.
It's some sort of psychology term, but you know,
I don't know it.
I do fitness, y'all, so I don't think.
Yeah, I do not psychology.
Right. So long story short is
I do deep thinking though.
Deep thinking, deep health.
Deep health. That's what we're going to call it. Deep health.
Deep health. Deep health is an actual real term. I know that.
Deep health it is.
So I said all that to say I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't conscious of what my body was doing. And even when I was tired, I was still like, why am I so tired? Even though my dumb ass was doing like the dumbest things ever. You know what I mean? So I'm not calling y'all dumb. And if you're tired and don't know why you're tired, you just kind of have to think about it. Like you want to actively think about why I'm feeling like this, what's happening, because that's really the only way you can change or like correct yourself.
True.
So
you got to be self-aware.
Exactly, because if you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, and if you don't know, you won't know. That's just how it is.
I mean, I was shaking my head, but I meant to say yeah.
No, I'm with you. I don't think my story, I think for me it's more so now than it was in college. It was life and life balance. You know, do a little work, all right, life balance.
Right.
But now it's more like work, go to sleep, stick some life in the middle.
Yeah, sometimes like when me and Braxton are together, like we just went out to Atlanta this past weekend. Appreciate you, Ariel. And like there were at some points of the weekend I could kind of sit and like watch Braxton. His knees start kind of jittering a little bit. He'll kind of be like, kind of looking around like, damn, what the hell wrong with Braxton? Like, all he thinking about is editing, y'all. Getting some shots and editing. That's it. But you know what? Coach Hayes, our football coach, used to always say, like, you'll never work a day in your life if you love what you do. And that's how I know he really loves what he does, because it's work and it keeps you up and it makes you tired, but it's also fulfilling. And it's like when you make that video and when you finish with it, it comes out, that gives you a whole nother burst of energy, because you're like, ooh, I just did that right there. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely get it now that he's been teaching me a whole lot when it comes to editing and all this software stuff and cameras and all
Just a
this
bunch
stuff.
of button
just don't
pressing.
understand.
Just
He
a bunch
say-
of button pressing.
And look, he says he just pushes buttons, but I'm telling you, he push them in the right place and at the right time.
That ought to be a statement somewhere.
Yeah. Just put it on the wall over here.
I just push buttons at the right place and the right time. Yeah, man. And for me personally, all my life, anything that I've done, that I've enjoyed doing, it's easy for me to consume myself in it and not want to do anything else. Like, this actually, even though it is work, it's kind of an outlet for me not being at the golf course every day, because I will be there all day, every day.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. The golf course. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Like, I will practice until I get it.
Yeah.
Like, and then I thought about that, just like not too long ago. That hard work does pay off, and when you put that hard work on working on something, and then are able to be comfortable with the life portion as well, and not be like, I got to do this because this got to get done, this got to get done, and just enjoying it. You really see the fruits of your labor, because, like, just even thinking back to when that's all I was doing, at no point did I ever feel like I was overindulged in being at the course, practicing, getting better. But I've won. I've you could just say that you won. So therefore, you know that you putting in the work. You were putting in the right work at the right time. Like, it was consistent. It wasn't like I win every now and then, or maybe like if I didn't win, I was placing.
Right.
And
which is a big deal.
Yeah, and then I saw it change. Like, once I started working, like at a job, and not being able just to, go out and enjoy practicing and get better. The whole game was different. It was like, why is this so different now than it was then? And work can definitely hinder that. I don't advocate for anybody to hinder a passion that can monetizely help you and take care of you, just to make a few dollars right now. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
True. I think just from what you said there, when it comes to like that life balance, it's kind of like, we've all been there before, where you feel like you're just being pulled in so many different directions, and it's like you feel obligated to all these different things, and you gotta do this and you gotta do that. Well, damn, I gotta do this too, and I gotta do that too.
Yeah.
I've really kind of noticed that you can't do that. Like, you're not really obligated to do anything for anybody. And when it comes to like your health, state of mind, and like just overall deep health, you gotta look out for number one first. So like, it's okay to do people favors, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to go outside and, go outside yourself, so to speak, and, overreach or whatever. But just make sure you're right first, because if not, that energy is just gonna be drained, and by the end of it, you're not gonna understand why you can't give it back.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I definitely agree with that. So let's give a little context here, DJ. How do you think that? What are some ways that you think people can have a healthy work-life balance, and what should they do?
Okay. So through my endeavors in school and, recently, I've developed 3 kind of foolproof methods or concepts that you have absolutely got to instill for you to be. I'm not saying this is like you have to do this to be successful, but this is a very good way to be there, and I think it's helped me a lot. So I said a lot just to say these 3 things. Number 1, you have got to have a support system. I don't care if your support system is Billy Blanks on TV every Tuesday. You got to have a support system. Friends, family, if they're actively like trying to keep you from your goals, you don't have to just cut them off, but leave them where they at, so to speak, and you go get what you want. Number 2, you know, you need a plan. Whatever it is you want to do, it doesn't have to be lose weight. It could just be I want to sleep better, or I want to, like me, I want to understand why I wasn't getting enough sleep, or you know, wasn't doing the things that I needed to get enough sleep. So just have a plan, have some sort of routine that you can kind of look at, arrange, switch up, and just give you some sort of basis to adjust, pick, poke at, so that you can get to where you need to be at as far as your schedule goes. And then the last thing I would say is you got to know yourself. And when I say know yourself, you got to know yourself in a sense of like, if I'm getting off work at 6 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm trying to go to the gym, me personally, I don't care who, like when, what day it is, it's not happening for me. I'm not going to the gym when I get off of work. So that's why I go in the morning. So if you know that you're that type of person, you have to kind of circumvent and work around yourself when it comes to what you like to do, what you like to eat, you know, who you are as a person, because we're all different. So Braxton may like working out in the afternoon, but I know he like working out in the morning though. But he may like working out in the afternoon. I'm not an afternoon person as far as working out goes. I like to sit, chill, be with my family in the afternoons. But in the morning, that's work time for me. So you just don't set yourself up for failure, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So basically, having a good support system.
Yes.
Having a good plan and a good routine.
Yes.
And knowing yourself.
Yes.
And yes, with the support system, just like me and DJ, if I'm like, hey, let's go get up and work out, and maybe I end up getting up late, he'll wake me up, be like, hey, bro, we working out, right? And, you know, everybody needs that kick in the butt just to, you know, get them moving along. Like, you want it for yourself, but motivation always helps. And then, you know, a plan and a routine, that's foolproof. It is how it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be.
Exactly.
And then at the end of the day, you have to know yourself to be able to accomplish any goal that you set out to do. If you don't have a clue about yourself, you can't reach any goal.
Like your family, like your parents, are most likely gonna know more about you than you know about yourself. But strangers should not know more about you than you know about yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you don't know what that means, then I don't know how else to explain it.
Yes, sir.
I have one more thing to say, Braxton, before we close.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that last one, the first one, support system. I really said that for those couples out there, the couples that are living together, husband and wives that are in the same household, even if you have a roommate. If you bring them into your fitness journey, actually, okay, I'm put it like this. That roommate, significant other, or whatever, they're going to be your number one fan or number one detriment. So
yeah, they can either hinder you or hurt you.
Exactly.
I mean, help you or hinder you.
Exactly. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, hinder, hurt.
Yeah, I'm over here like, exactly.
Tomato. Yeah.
So I have a client right now. I'm not going to tell you her name because I am responsible. But she has a significant other that may not be doing as much as he or she can be doing when it comes to support, as far as like, if I'm going to sit down and eat this kale salad with no dressing and water, you know what I mean?
Sounds like a meal there.
Yeah. Don't sit down next to me with a McDonald's 3-piece, 10-piece, and a big ass Coke and 2 apple pies. Like, that is going to be, first of all, that would piss me off. Second of all, that's like temptation. You know what I'm saying? Because what they're going to do is push that kale away and look at your plate like, let me get some of that
apple
right
pie.
Let me get some of that right there. Matter of fact, go ahead. You finna go to McDonald's? Okay, bring me back this, and this. I got that kale in the refrigerator, but shit, I want that Big Mac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you know, I can attest to that. So Janisa was going through Janisa is my girlfriend, future fiance, future wife, the love of my life. Check out. She was going through, I don't know what was going on with her, why she decided to do this, but she wanted to just cut meat and fast food for a month. I was cool with the fast food. When she said meat, I jumped off ship.
It's not really
I
that
grabbed
bad,
my
bro.
life vest and I was like, nope, can't do it. But I did do the fast food, and I wish I would have done the meat portion with her, because I felt like I was hindering her, so to speak. She got it done, and she didn't eat any meat, and I applaud her so much for that, because I could not have done that without her. But I did still decided not to do it, and there are times where I'm in the kitchen whipping up my chicken, you know what I'm saying? She walked by like, you know what I mean? Like, why you gotta do that now? And, you know, jokingly, I'm like, well, shoot, you decided to do this. But, you know, I also decided to be her significant other. So whenever she decides to do something, I kind of decide to do it too.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I could have
team effort.
Exactly. I could have supported her more in that respects. And anybody that's out there listening to me now, take care of your significant other if they're not taking care of themselves, because you see it and they might not see it.
True, true, true.
That's it.
That's it. As simple as that. Have a quality work-life balance. You know, like we said, support system, plans, routines, knowing yourself, and just as a whole, know that you gotta take care of yourself, just like you take care of your work to be able to take care of yourself. You work to take care of yourself. Well, take care of yourself, your body, and everything that goes with that as well. I mean, we pretty much gave you everything you need. I don't know if you need anything else. If so, we have a comment that you can leave that information in. Tell us what you do for your work-life balance and how you feel like you can improve, or maybe you need to cut back on something. Other than that, thanks for joining us here on your Friday Fitness Fix.
I need 5 people to comment. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do with your life or what you're trying to change in your life. Just comment, tell us what's going on, and we're going to try to find a solution for you, okay?
We will.
Whoever you are, I'm talking to you.
Whoever you are. Even if that's me and you.
That one confused me.
See y'all next week on the Friday Fitness Fix.
Peace out.